Real estate can be very stressful, and it's one of those days where if you just need to distract yourself, do something that you love, and if you can do something you love and you can make money doing it, that's even better,
Hey guys, Gary Stevens here. Thanks for joining us today in this video. As you know, we've been talking about in the past, bringing people in who are in the liquidation industry, customers of my company, Warehouse Lots, and other companies in this industry. And I really wanted to introduce some people who I have actually come to love doing business with. And I'm super excited today to have my good friend Gabby here with us to talk about her experience in the liquidation industry. Funny story, Gabby, just real quick, walking through the warehouse one day and get to meet this girl, and she just has so much light. I'm just so proud to bring her here. I've been excited to have her. We tried to do this a few weeks ago, and unfortunately we couldn't, but today I'm excited that she's here. So Gabby, if you would just take an opportunity to introduce people to who you are, what your day job is, and just tell us all about yourself.
So I am Gabby Bolanos, and I have lived in Austin for about almost 17 years, and my full-time gig is a realtor at Allure Real Estate. But my, something that I have a passion for is deal finding, and I have been doing that for about 10 years. And
nice.
So, as much as I love helping people find houses, I also love finding deals. And one thing that really, I was very grateful to see that Warehouse Lots had opened about 2 years ago. Or how long have you guys been open for?
Yeah, that's about right.
2 years.
Yeah. Open to the public.
Open to the public.
Yeah.
But for me, I was looking for a place to start buying merchandise so I could resell it. Because as much as I'm a kick-ass realtor making great money, I love being able to do my passion, which is helping people find affordable products, not having to pay retail price. And so I am very grateful to have run into Gary and being able to find some awesome prices on stuff, because that is one of the biggest issues in this industry, is that people overpriced items. And at that point, we want to be able to find a good deal on things.
No doubt. So the real estate industry here in Austin, Texas is blowing up. I mean, it is absolutely ridiculous. We're all talking about it here in Austin. Obviously, we have some big business people moving to town. We've got Elon Musk here. We've got so many of these just world's wealthiest people. You've got Oracle moving its headquarters here and so forth. Real estate is just blowing up. And so I've always said before, you could be an idiot and be in real estate and be successful in Austin, Texas. I mean, I know you're not an idiot, but my point is, why would you want, when you have that opportunity, you were already in the real estate game here in Austin, Texas before it blew up. So obviously it's very easy to be successful because you already got your foot in the door. You already have clients. You already have houses. You're making a ton of money doing that. Why would you want to do this unless you're passionate about it? And I know you are, because we've had a chance to talk. But what is it about the liquidation industry that you like? I mean, and we say that term all the time, the liquidation industry. Not everybody's familiar with that. If you've ever seen some of these TV shows, it's what's the one? The Ultimate Unboxing, I think, is one. And, there's a bunch of stuff out there, people who are doing what we call the liquidation industry, which means you're buying this product that's either overstock, consumer return, so forth, and then you're reselling it somehow or another, whether that be through Amazon or eBay or through serial garage sale, and perhaps you have a small store, so forth. But, why would somebody who's in real estate in the hottest market in the country right now want to be doing this?
Well, here's the thing. One thing about me is I'm a big hustler.
I love it.
So you really have to be a hustler to be in this industry, in being able to do the resale thing, because you sometimes need to be working late at night, and I have to say, one thing that's awesome about, let's just say, a silver lining out of COVID, because I have to say there's a lot of people that I've known who've unfortunately had the worst of COVID. But one thing is that people have really gotten into working from home. People have lost their jobs. They don't know how to be able to make money unless they have to get out of their houses. Oh. So with this, even though real estate has been great and it's amazing right now, I have time at night to be able to list things. That's the beauty of being able to be in this industry is you just have to go and buy your merchandise and your products. And then at home, if you have nothing to do, if I had to pick between watching TV or listing, I would list,
Right. And also the difference between just sitting around watching TV and doing what you're doing is the difference between, idle time, wasting money, or making money, right?
And you might be able to do both. You can watch TV, you can list your computer on the side, and that's really what I do. I mean, if I, in the day, most of my day is spent going to show properties, writing contracts, and that's my daytime. At night, listing things don't take that much time. And that's the beauty of this industry is that you can make a good chunk of money doing this. It's really how much time you put into it is how much you get back, So how hard was it for you to get started? What'd you do to get started in this industry? I mean, credit cards are great. No, but with that, it really doesn't. That's the other thing is that it doesn't take that much money to start.
That's what I love about it. Yeah.
And that's back to kind of your story, where you started not with anything really, and you grew, and it takes time to. As I said, if you have a little credit card, you can, maybe buy yourself a pallet that's $800 and start from there,
And for some people, that's a huge investment, right? I mean, we have people, I don't know if you've ever seen any of our Amazon mystery boxes that are, $200.
Yeah, I see those.
But some people start out with those things. I mean, I think I told you one time, we had a customer come in and buy one and went to their car and opened it up and then came back and bought 3 or 4 more. Jesse's a better person to tell that story. But some people can start out with so much less than a $500, $600, $700 pallet, and it really does not take that much. I mean, me personally, the reason I've experienced so much success in this industry, as we've talked about, and the reason that you keep doing it is because of the passion that you have for it. Right? It's just a lot of fun, and it doesn't take that much. It just takes the willingness to hustle.
Yeah, and that really is what it is. It can be time consuming, but just remember that the time you put into it is going to be a lot less than doing an 8 to 5 job, and that's the one.
And more fun, wouldn't you say?
And more fun, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. You sometimes deal with random stuff and you're like, how am I going to sell this? And then you just post it and some person's like, I'll take it and I'll pay you double what you pay. You're like, what? And that's really what happened with me. When I started, I had no idea about the products I was selling. I did my comfortable zone. So I did electronics. But at the same time, you just have to start playing with things you're not familiar with. And once you learn it and once you see the value in it, people are going to start paying a lot more for it.
Yeah, it's interesting whenever you see a product that maybe you're not familiar with and you look at it online and realize just how much of that product is sold. I mean, there's your opportunity, right? I may not know anything about whatever widget is on my warehouse, but it's not that hard for me to look and see, there's a lot of people that want this. I mean, we've seen that with stuff like fishing reels before that, you look at it and you think, oh God, but it turns out these things are highly desirable and oh my God, they're extremely expensive, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of that kind of stuff.
People feel discouraged because there's this I just don't know how to sell it, The thing about it is there's thanks to social media, thanks to different ways of marketing yourself and being able to free places to list it, you can find a buyer, and that's the thing that's made it so much more easier these days, Well,
that really is the hustle in it that I think of all the time is, that's what differentiates successful people from people who fail constantly is the willingness to just keep going, keep going. And sometimes we get product in that it's like, what am I going to do with this product? It is not sellable. And the hustlers find a way to move the product, sell the product, make their profit, come back, re-up, as I say, buy more product and keep it going. And next thing you know, they have their own warehouses, they have their own facilities, and they're growing in this industry and having a lot of fun with it. Every single time a truck comes in, I shouldn't say every time because at this point we're receiving more than I can, actually lay my own eyes on. But for me, for a long time, every single truck that came in, it was like Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Right. And I know I see that look on your face whenever you're in our warehouse and a truck comes in, right?
Oh, believe me, I'm stalking. I'm like, when is the next truck coming in so I can buy some?
Yeah. I mean, that's the fun thing about the industry for me. And it sounds like that's what obviously keeps you engaged is the fun part of it.
Well, that's why I do it. Because don't get me wrong. As I said, real estate can be very stressful. And it's one of those days where if you just need to distract yourself, do something that you love, and if you can do something you love and you can make money doing it, that's even better, you know? And I think that a lot of people, I had some friends reach out to me and be like, I see that you list things all the time. Like, how are you doing this? I want to make some extra money, And that's the thing about it, is people just don't know where to start.
Yeah. And so when your friends come to you and ask you that, what do you tell them?
I tell them I am writing a book that I'm going to be selling next year. No, I'm sure. Make some more money out of it. No, but I tell them, about warehouse lots, and I tell them that, it really doesn't require too much to start. You really just, the biggest thing is obviously if you wanted to sell online or in person. eBay is a big one, I guess I used, just because it makes it easier for me just to ship it.
Yep.
But you just need to have a little bit of money to be able to pay for it, Right. And I just tell them, I usually tell them, like, let's go together. Yep. Let's go to the warehouse. Let me introduce you to the guys there, and you can at least go and see if there's something that interests you. I've bought at least a good number of pallets from you guys, and I've made some good money doing it. Yep. So they at least, that trust is there, to be like, let me start off. And I kind of just show them the ropes. So
have you ever bought from any of the facilities where you can't actually go in and see the product and touch it?
No.
Okay. So, that's one of the things about us that I think a lot of people like, is that they can actually come in and lay hands on the product and take it out. Because there's a lot of companies out there like liquidation.com.
I don't trust it. I'll tell you that. That's my biggest thing.
Yeah, see, exactly. So, you have liquidation.com, you have B-Stock, you have a bunch of these others where you don't actually get to see the product. You might get to see pictures, but you don't get to actually see the product. And that's why, when we were talking about before how long we've been around, once we opened up to the public and people got to come in and see the product, I really loved that interaction. Because we still to this day have people that come in and they see their pallet and they buy it and they just refuse to let it out of their sight. Like, we're going to swap it out before they get...
Oh, I've done that. No,
because people do that, right? There's a lot of companies, unfortunately. It's just like any other, any other industry that's kind of taking off. You have businesses in the liquidation industry that, unfortunately, you just can't trust them. Yeah. And that's one of the things that I really wanted to set Warehouse Lots up to be, was a company that you knew you could trust, right? Our customers lay eyes on the product, and even if you're not local, we'll send you pictures, we'll talk about the product. You're going to receive exactly what's in that picture. And if you're not happy with the product, we'll do the best that we can to make you understand what you purchased, and set the perception correctly before you ever make the purchase, and then help you afterwards. It's one of the reasons that we're doing this, is to really establish trust in the industry, because there's not much. So what are you doing? So you started out, you bought up a couple of pallets. What are you doing to grow your expertise in the industry? What are you doing to grow your revenue in the industry?
I mean, for me, when I first started, I had an apartment, and then I grew into a townhouse. So I had an extra room to store my stuff. People started walking in being like, are you a hoarder? And I was like, I kind of am.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. But you know what? All this stuff, I'm going to sell it and I'm going to get more.
Right.
And then I got a house later on. This is within like the 10-year span.
Yep.
And then I had a garage. And so I was able to have just more merchandise, and little by little just growing and growing. And, my goal, I would love to one day, have a warehouse and be able to sell. And I mean, that's ultimately what I want to do, on the side of doing real estate, because I think that you have to have a lot of buckets these days, especially with real estate being so expensive here in Austin. People need to have extra jobs.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it's very hard to be able to afford homes these days.
Yep.
And so with having the supplemental income, it's going to make it easier.
Well, Gabby, I really appreciate it. I mean, is there anything you would tell somebody who's just trying to get started in the liquidation industry? What advice would you give somebody who's just starting? Don't
underestimate yourself in thinking that just because you don't know the industry or you're scared to get in, I would say for myself, since I am a hustler, I love to be able to find new ways to make money. I think this is an easy industry to be able to try to get into if you have that hustler mentality. So, like I said, come by, check out Gary, say hi to him, and just walk around the warehouse and just see what there is. Because, if you don't try to just dabble a little bit into it, you won't realize how much you actually end up liking it. And if you don't like it, then sell it to your neighbor, and he'll buy
turn
it.
him on to my to the
turn him
warehouse.
into it, because
Right.
the awesome thing about it is, even if you don't want to sell to like other people, you might buy a pallet and you might sell a whole pallet to somebody else.
Right.
And they might
and
even
you still make money on it.
and you still make money on it. That's
Yeah.
that's the crazy thing about anything with reselling is if it's as easy as just turning a product over to somebody else and getting a fee.
And the
for it.
product is so, at this level, the product is priced so well, it's impossible to lose money. You're going to make money. It's just a matter of how much money you're going to make. Real quick, let's just close the video with, what are your future plans? Where are you taking this business right now? What are your plans for what you're doing in the liquidation industry in the next 12 months? Just real quickly, what's your goal for the next 12 months in this side gig that you've got?
Ooh, next 12 months. Well, if my Dogecoin doesn't go up, then I'm going to really have to buy more merchandise. But 12-year plan.
12 months.
12 months. Sorry, I was.
There you go. You're already way in the future.
You're giving me more ambition there. Get more merchandise. Build my. Yeah, just build the business. Put
Nice.
more money into it. I mean, it's just having to really find the source for it, and luckily I have it here. So you need to buy more trucks so I can have more stuff.
Well, I will definitely work on that. That is for sure. But again, Gabby, thanks for coming by. Thanks for telling us all about you, your story, where you've been. Real quick, give us your Instagram, any social media website you want to put out there to anybody who wants to meet you or at least follow what you've got going on in real estate and so forth. What's your social media?
So Instagram is Gabby Sells ATX, and on Facebook you can find me at I believe it's Gabby Bolanos. That's my
Nice.
name.
And you got plenty of pictures up there so they can
Yes.
find you.
So seriously, feel free to reach out and ask me any questions about warehouse lots, because seriously, I really feel like if anyone is really trying to make some extra money, and I think nowadays, right now, with even still situations, people are needing to make some extra money.
Yeah, they really are. They really are. And it's been great for us. And so, again, Gabby, thanks again for coming by. I just love spending time with you. And
Well,
I'm
thanks
glad
for having me here.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad that you got to do this. And guys, if there's anything that we can provide, anything that we can do to kind of help introduce people to the liquidation industry and help you get started, please reach out to us through our social media. You've seen our Facebook group, Gary's Success Team. Also, if you like this video, please click the like button. Please subscribe. We're going to have more videos coming out, more great stories from not only people like Gabby who've been in the industry for a while, but we're going to go at opposite ends of the spectrum. People who've been here for years, who have warehouses that are at least close to the level that we're at here at Warehouse Lots, all the way down to the people starting. And we're going to share those stories, as well as just general business success stories, tips and tricks of how you can avoid failure in your business and how you can find the success that we've had. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel, check out our Facebook group, Gary's Success Team, and also check out our website, GarySuccessTeam.com. And if you have any comments, questions for Gabby and I that we can answer for you, perhaps we'll do another video with Gabby in the future, please put those comments down below the video. We'd love to hear from you. What are your challenges, your experiences in the liquidation industry? And hey, if you're a Warehouse Lots customer, we definitely love to hear from you in the comments. So please drop those comments below. I'll be happy to answer anything any questions that anybody has out there. Hope everybody has a good day. We'll see you soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.